Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
All right, we're live. Here we are.
Hey,
Everything
folks.
we just said would get us kicked out of society.
You got that right.
Please
Sorry.
delete the files.
Yes. If Kamala gets a hold of that, we're ruined.
I don't trust Chuck as far as I can throw him.
That is very little trust.
That was my bad knee, Ed. You shouldn't be throwing anybody. I mean, easily, by the way, they could have said back.
Bueller.
Bad knee.
That's true.
That's gold.
Rooney!
Chuck's got a field file on us.
Oh, yeah. Field file. Where'd you get that one?
I think
FF.
field is FBI and files also FBI, but I don't think they go together.
No, it didn't fit.
There's the field
Field mouse.
research.
Ah.
By the way, speaking of mice, we've had many legendary mouse stories here.
That's true.
Which every time I'm on, but I saw a woman dressed exactly like Minnie Mouse the other day. Polka
What?
dot, black dress, black tights, white shoes,
Ugh.
waving.
Keep her
tail.
away from the kids. That's no good.
But anyways, so many mouse tails,
That's of mice and men.
not to be confused with duck tails
Woohoo.
or wives' tails. Danger.
Cause behind you.
There's a fat cunt right behind you. So
Woo.
come home.
Cocktails.
Woo! I was out in Gig Harbor for
Hey.
8 days. We'll get into that later. What
Wait.
a time.
Is that on the other side or this side?
That's Tacoma,
Okay.
just
Boy.
south of Tacoma.
Wow, you're really jet setting.
Oh, I'm jet setting. The baby's been on 14 flights. He's going to be platinum status.
Wow.
He's been more places than Chuck.
That's true.
Chuck's been to the fridge more times. I'm just kidding. You look great. By the way, for people who don't know, Chuck is not even remotely overweight. It's just fun to call him fat.
Let's not get crazy remotely.
Yeah. Well, maybe remotely, but he's a small guy.
But hey, this building's not helping. They're giving out free ice cream in the lobby. What a treat.
Yeah, I walked right by.
Woo, that's good willpower. I don't have it.
Goodwill Hunting. So I came home after 9 days gone, and, you know, I'm shopping around. We're looking around. I fucked my wife. I fingered the baby.
Yes.
I take a shower.
Yes.
2 days go past. I hear Sarah from the kitchen go, "Ah!" I go, what the fuck? And she's like, the mouse is dead in the mouse trap.
Oh, I thought
It's
you
on
saw
the-
a photo of you.
No, she's on the counter. The mouse is just in the counter,
Oh,
beheaded
wow.
like this, and it's like right next to the stove and the what do you call it? The cutting boards.
The cutting board.
And she's like, now I can't cook. We got to throw the baby out.
That's true. It sanitizes. No, wait.
Desanitize.
Desanitize.
Yeah, but
DeSantis.
and you're like, oh, there's just a carcass, but it didn't smell, so I think it might have been fresh. Maybe it was the day before we got there, or the morning, or something.
Is it in the slammer, the trap?
Oh yeah, beheaded.
Oh, wow.
It's little dead body just hanging off, no head.
Oh, it went OJ.
Oh yeah, just out
Oh,
cold.
man.
But it's a fun feeling, you know. You're like, well, all right, we got him.
Yeah, I guess so. But it does, there's a stigma in the area. It's kind of like, there's a dead guts all over here.
Yeah, so I feel like a real man. I had back-to-back man things.
Oh, hit me, fatty.
So, well, there was the dead mouse, so I took a plastic bag and made a glove out of it, and then you pull it inside out.
Ooh, but that's tough because you feel every inch of it.
Well, I just managed to grab the trap, so you don't really touch the thing. But it
good
gives you the
move.
willy dirt, because there's part of you that thinks it's going to be like, ah!
Of course,
And
of
come
course.
alive.
Yeah, we've seen enough horror movies.
So I pull it inside out, I tie a knot in that, put that in the trash. I come back up, and Sarah's like, could you open this? She had an old vanilla jar.
Vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla, she cooks.
I see.
Just a vanilla cum,
Oh.
which I killed for that, by the way.
Yeah, cum in a jar. I didn't know that. Do they have
Yeah.
chocolate cum?
So it was too, I think that's black people. So it was too tight. So I went, God, pulled it off and gave it to her. And I said, hey, let me know if you need to suck a dick, because I got one right here, sister.
There you go. Well, they say 68% of lesbian marriages break up. I think it's because no jars are getting opened.
Interesting.
It's just two women in a kitchen going, you do it, I can't, you do it. And there you go. Now they can't have jam.
Some of the lesbians I'm seeing, I think, could open a jar better than you or I. I'll tell you that.
It's a good point. That's a good point. A lot of in woodworking and firemen,
haircuts.
and WNBA.
My friend, I've talked to him in 20 years, but there's a comic named Harrison Stebbins.
Big Steb.
In Boston, old classic New York comic.
Stepfather.
But he had a great bit about homophobia, and he's like, I think it's homophobia exists because he's like, can we find 2 hot lesbians to show the people? He's like, every time you see a pair of lesbians, it's Butch Cassidy and the Sundyke Kid. Butch Cassidy and the Sundyke Kid.
That's great. You got Butch right in there, and then you threw Dyke in at the rear.
Sundance, Sunday. I mean, it's right there for everybody. But that's gold.
That is cool. Where's this guy? Where's old Stebby?
I think he's in Boston, just living his life. Probably still killing.
Keep doing it, Steb. I mean, you blew half his material probably right there.
Oh, he's got to have more than that. He's been doing comedy for 48 years. Very funny guy.
So what'd you do? You got rid of that mouse and see this thing? I got a cat. I haven't seen a mouse in 20 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good. My downstairs neighbors, Steve Rogers, Steve Old Big Dick, and Caitlin Palufo, they got a couple cats. And so every time we see a mouse, I think, why don't we grab the cat and just throw him in here? But I think, I got to tell you, and I'm not trying to disparage because it could be multiple hypotheses, we never had a mouse until they moved in. Now, did their cats drive the mice out from under the ground into our apartment, or are they, because they're a little messy here from time to time, there's a pizza box in there, or maybe it's just causation, causality, casualty, whatever.
Well, I think, here's my prognosis. No. Hypothesis. Thank you. What is a prognosis?
Prognosis negative. That's like this is the deal. Prognosis is we're getting divorced and my wife is gay.
Oh, okay. Well,
fingers crossed.
I knew it. Yeah. Well, okay. I think there's a mouse in a building usually, but they're not going to go into their apartment, so they come into yours.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, but we get one a year, almost like clockwork. It's one per year. We kill it within a couple weeks, and that's it.
We get the roach. You ever get a big fat crunchy roach?
You definitely have more roaches in Manhattan than Queens, but we do get them.
Yeah, the roach is bad. Sometimes they fly. It was crawling across the bar on the shower.
Who has that joke about when a roach flies?
That was an old joke of mine.
Was that yours?
Yeah, when a roach is bad, but when a roach flies, it's like when a woman starts crying. You're like, you win.
Ah, okay.
You keep the house. I'm leaving.
That's good.
Yeah, it never worked.
I think there was another joke, though. I think Dave Wade or somebody had a joke like that, too.
Dave Wade.
That. It wasn't about women, though. It was something. I don't know. I can't think of it.
Well, there's not enough flying roaches in this town, so no one got it.
Right. Yeah, roaches. Would you prefer a mouse or a roach? That's the question.
I go roach. I think a mouse can scurry. It can go up places and under stuff. It can go in your shorts. So roach it's got no mobility.
But a roach can crawl in your mouth and you eat it.
Yeah, but it's not getting there.
It could.
Maybe if I'm asleep.
That's what I'm saying.
I see.
Well, we eat 8 spiders a year or a day or something.
I thought that was men. I don't know, but I know I used to live in the village on Bleecker, and I could hear mice under my bed at night. It was horrifying.
Oh.
So you just sleep like this, like a starfish, because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to move. Maybe they'll run up here and sniff me.
Rat is the worst.
Well, rat is crazy. That's no good.
Brutal. But roach is bad because because there actually are tons of roaches. If you see a roach, it's a whole family. Roach is a bug. It's an insect. I heard too that a roach, and this could be an old mouse tail, duck tail, but roaches can live off a human thumbprint for like a month.
Thumbprint?
Yeah, like the grease of a thumb.
What?
That's all they need to sustain.
No.
So like a crumb is like a fucking
feast.
A foot long.
Yeah, that's a Thanksgiving din. Wow, that is terrifying. There's always that one guy when you kill a roach, he goes, that means you got 9,000 more.
Right. That's what I mean.
It's like migrants.
By the way, how about take a guess? We're in Gig Harbor, Washington. Speaking of footlongs, nephew wants a footlong. We get him a footlong sandwich. Guess how much it cost?
A Subway? From Subway.
Now, I want to add, he got extra meat, which costs $3.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
Foot long, extra meat, so plus $3. So whatever you're thinking, add $3. Take a guess.
Can I ask the meat? Because tuna and cold cut, I believe, is a different world.
I think it's chicken. Oh. Now, keep in mind the song, $5 foot long. I don't know how long ago that was.
Eat fresh, fuck kids.
I don't know how long ago $5 foot long was. Take a stab real quick. I'm going to take a guess.
Extra meat, chicken, foot-long sub, Pacific Northwest. I'm going 16.
How's about $22.50 foot long? $22 foot long. $22.50.
Wow.
Is that unbelievable?
That's worse than Jared Fogel's actions.
$22.50.
That is cuckoo bananas. Extra meat.
Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
So,
22 motherfucking dollars?
wow, so it's about 19 before the meat added.
Yes.
Wow.
What was $5 foot long? Can we get a reading on that?
I ate that every day. It must have been 2011, 2012.
Yeah, I would always get a meatball sub, same thing. But
Same.
So it's quadrupled?
Whoa, what a country. Inflation.
I mean, $22.50 foot long sub.
Man.
Again, -3, but still a $19 sub.
That's wacky. Now I'm on board with Matthew Crooks.
Looks like it started in 2008, and it was phased out between 2011 to 2015, depending on the area.
Okay,
All
yeah.
right,
But,
yeah.
but in my mind, because they hit you with that so many times, $5 foot long, I'm still walking around thinking, oh, if you want, we can get a $5 sandwich.
Yeah. This is worse than that submarine that sank with the 5 billionaires.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You need to be a billionaire to get a sub.
Absolutely. 22 motherfucking dollars.
That is wacky. Holy shit. Well, you know what's also horrible is this crowd strike. I got fucked again on flights this weekend.
Oh, tell me about it.
We'll get into that. But you start checking alternate flights. They're like, hey, you should start looking. You know, they give you that one. Like, hey, things are looking kooky at the airport. You should start dating again and all this. And you're like, wait, what? Oh, no. Okay. So now you start calling people like, hey, United, hey, Southwest, what do you got? And they up it. So what originally was like a $181 flight to Chicago is now $3,000.
Right.
And you're like, you cum guzzling Nazis. How can you rape us like this? Because they got the surge.
I hate the surge. I prefer Mountain Dew. I'm so lucky. I
Crystal Pepsi.
flew again this week and managed to avoid all the outages. But I did have a very long line in Seattle, which was frustrating. Because they have the now you got to print your own bag slip. 'Cause I have to check bags now. Once you have a baby, you got to start checking bags, which is annoying as fuck.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's a big change. And I'm in line, and one of the kiosks is down. And then you have the thing where everybody's cooking and moving. You go up, you drop the bag, and then there's one fucking asshole, and we talk about this all the time.
Yep.
It's never taken me longer than 10 seconds to do anything at any station.
Exactly.
And then there's a guy, you see the lady on the phone. Once the lady's on the phone, you see this. It's like, you're fucked.
Oh, you're out.
Because the guy's trying to check in, and she's got to call the main boss and go,
Yeah.
hey, I got an asshole here. He fucking packed his tits and his luggage and his dildo's vibrating. What do we do?
Exactly.
So the line, you just watch that line just stretch out, and you should be able to throw pears and cabbage at him like William Wallace.
Well, I hate to be this cum guzzler, but the customer's always right. You remember that whole thing in the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is out. Customers left. It's bad. I mean, it's no good. They look at you funny. How about this guy? You're up at the counter. You're in line a little bit. There's a lady at the counter. You're waiting to get to that counter. There's another counter with a guy just doing this shit. And you're like, oh, are you open? He's like, no, I'm off. And you're like, well, maybe could you not sit here like a weird counter mirage where we're all just hoping you just clock in immediately? We can get this shit moving.
Go have a donut in the back.
Yes!
Shove a fucking eclair in your asshole.
Yes, please, and film it.
And film it and send it on over. I just had this in Hotlanta. I rented a car with Matt Wayne, not Bruce. And the same thing
Wayne's
where
World.
there's 3 people working the counter, long ass line, and then finally it's your turn. So you start walking the counter, and the guy he leaves.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, all right, so we walk back. Then a second lady, she frees up. I start walking that way. She leaves, and I go, everybody just leaves. And she goes, Sugar, I've been here for 9 hours. It's time for me to go home.
These Asian women.
I'm sure it is time for her to go home. It's not her fault. She's been working here all day. I get it. You've been working 9 to 5, whatever. But where's your replacement?
Yes! This is a job. You're at work. Where are the workers?
Get somebody else in here. Let her tag you out.
We don't do that with comedy, you know. You go, hey, he's not here, so we're just gonna put a broomstick up here. No, you get another guy to fill in.
Yeah, you bring him in. Hey, here's your next comic.
Yes, here's Michael Richards or whatever you want. But yeah, so that's annoying. It's a resembling of the bar back. Remember the drinking days when you're out in that bar and it's jam packed. There's people waving money. It's like a cockfight. They're like, please, bartender, come here. And there's that little Mexican guy back there, and he's just standing there. And he's mopping up some shit. And you're like, hey, could you get me a club soda and vodka? And he's like, oh, no, a bar back. And you're like, well, you're standing there.
Right, you're there. Especially if it's like a Bud Light. Just the top off. I'll take the top off. Who told you to put the bomb on?
I'll take the bottom off.
Now, how about this? Speaking of travel nightmares, this is hot off the press.
Oh,
fresh.
baby.
So, you know me, still the same OG, but I've been low-key. I like to be early.
You do.
I'm an early guy. I spend a lot of my time just roaming around the building, trying to kill time because I got there too early. I don't like the stress of being late.
Kill time.
It makes me psychotic.
It's a scary feeling.
By the way, you see that crack Amico?
Oh, yeah. That guy's vicious.
Ooh.
Yeah, that Pang Dang line really hit me right in the taint.
Yikes. I'm ducking. I hope we love you, Crack, and you're our guy, baby.
I like Crack more than Hunter Biden. What?
Who do you go after?
Well, we'll talk later. I don't want to get
yeah.
in because he's going to be jerking off to this.
He's terrifying.
He's licking his chops right now. He's going to do you next, Chuckster.
You better watch out. But any farts. So I leave early. We're podcasting at 1 p. I leave the house at 12 p. It takes about 30 minutes to get here. Sometimes 25 minutes if you get the trains come.
Sure, Queens to Midtown.
I take the N, 39th Avenue. Maybe I shouldn't give away my location. 39th Avenue,
you're moving
Queensboro. That's true. Lexington, that's 3 stops. Then Express, 1 stop. I'm 4 stops away from here.
Do you transfer or no?
Transfer. Get the
Okay.
4-5.
Oh, got it. The
It's
Grand
beautiful.
Cent.
I can get home in 20 minutes. I'll tell you.
All right.
So I'm on the train. I leave at noon. I'm thinking I might have time to go to the gym. Do a couple curls for girls, maybe a couple crunches, maybe stretch.
There you go.
A gym is where people go to exercise, Chuck. So I don't know why I'm picking on you today. It's fun. So I leave. I jump on the train. I don't jump on the train. I jump on the platform.
Yep.
And you can already get, there's already an air of mischief.
Yes, tensions
You
in the
can
air.
feel it, right?
Yes. You know something's afoot.
And if you're not a New Yorker, there's the little sign that tells you how long till the next train, and I got a little yellow triangle next to mine with an exclamation point.
I see.
You see an exclamation point anywhere,
No
forget about
bueno.
it.
Bad news. 9/11 had one too.
It's saying, hey,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah. Open your anal, baby, because I'm coming in.
And again, if you're not a New Yorker, there's 3 sets of tracks, one in the middle for express that just shoots right by.
That's right.
And so here comes the train. I see it. Here come the judge. Just rumbles on by.
Oh.
And you go, well, that was probably a outlier.
Okay. Good book.
Then the next train, or you see it in the distance, here it comes, and then just rumbles on by, and I go, we're fucked. I text you guys. I'm like, my day's ruined.
Yeah.
2 more trains roll by, no announcement. The train, it's full. The platform, it looks like Schindler's List. It's just a full platform.
And don't you just immediately hate the mayor? Do you go to that? My brain goes right to Mayor Adams. I go, what are you doing to me?
I don't think of the mayor. I just think of the city as a whole. You
Sure.
fucking piece of shit, shithole city.
It is a hole, yeah.
It's horrible. I can't wait to move to a different part of the city. But I won't take me so long.
Yes.
And so then I go downstairs, and now I'm one of these guys now. I'm a Karen. I'm going to go chew out the person downstairs saying, why don't you make a fucking announcement?
Yeah.
The booth is empty. There's a little clock that says back in 5 minutes. One of those
Oh,
things.
what is this? Norman Rockwell, the 40s?
So I go up, I look in, trying to look for someone to yell at.
Yes.
Lady goes, can I help you? And I go, hey, I've been waiting 20 minutes. Are any of the trains stopping like this? She's like, they're not stopping? They should be stopping. I'm
Oh.
like, yes, they most definitely should be, but they're not.
Easy,
And she
Karen.
goes, she pulls up her phone, goes, yeah, it says they're coming. Oh, and then one goes by at that time, and she's like, what the hell is this? No trains? And then an announcement comes on and goes, ladies and gentlemen, the train's not running. And she goes like this. What the hell is this shit? They wait 20 minutes to make an announcement? I can't stand this crap.
Wow.
Now, she was the lady I wanted to yell at,
Yeah.
but she's allied herself with me.
Yes, she's aligned.
Yes, and I go, it's a pain in the ass. She goes, it's horrible. The city's horrible. But I'm like, but I wanted to take it out on you, you whore.
I know, but can I just say that this might be a move? This might be a work.
Possibly a work.
Yes, because I've had this before where your girlfriend's mad at you or something, and she comes in hot and heavy, ready to really give you the business, and you go, yeah, that was bad. Ooh, that was a huge mistake. Yeah, I fucked up. And then they're like, damn it, he's going with it.
Right.
You just lean in, and now she's a victim too. It's kind of a smart move, but I don't know. I'm not saying she did it, but if she did, I get it.
Well, to be fair, and I'm going to get 40 messages. I wasn't really going to snap at her, but she is just working for the city. They don't know. They haven't given her the announcement. I'm sure if they gave her the announcement, it's not like she's like, I'm not going to announce it.
Yeah, of course.
They just haven't given her the info. The city sucks. It's a shithole. The MTA. By the way, the MTA isn't run by the mayor. It's the governor.
Oh.
They always say that, which is crazy, which makes no sense.
Even worse.
It doesn't make any sense because the governor of New York has to govern the gun crazy Finger Lake people.
Oh, right.
And also the MTA.
Yeah.
It's Goof Troop.
It's no good. It's too much. You got too much on your plate, sister.
Yeah, it's so wacky. So anyways, I had to jump in a lift. And then, this is the last thing. Get in the lift. I wave him down. Hey, lift me. I jump in. It's one of the vans with the automatic doors on the side.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy, like it's Point Break, just takes off with the doors open still.
Oh,
We're doing like 30 miles an hour. I'm like, sir, I'm like hanging out. Like I'm on a Vietnam helicopter. Right, and it's just slowly closing. And I'm like, I was going to Karen him too. I'm like, 1 star, you piece of shit. But then by the time you get here, you're over it. And you're like, what are you going to do?
I love the smell of Muhammad in the morning. But
he actually was Asian.
Oh, okay.
So it was napalm. Anyways, that's it.
All right, well, let me just say this. I used to have a bit that never worked about how wouldn't it be nice if the airport hired a guy that you could just yell at?
Oh.
Because, you go up to the counter and they go, sir, I'm just a guy at a desk. I don't work for the airline per se. I'm not a pilot. Stop yelling at me. I didn't cause the weather. And you're like, I know, but I got to get this out.
Right.
And it never worked. I really thought there was something there.
It should be a Jewish guy. They cause the weather.
Oh.
Maybe that's an angle.
Interesting.
You get Ari Shafir in there. Hey, what's with the clouds, you piece of shit?
People are like, what are you, an anti-Semite? I'm like, no, I'm just mad about the clouds.
Right. Or maybe if it's raining, it could be Native American. Stop dancing, you son of a bitch.
Hey, now we're getting somewhere.
This could be something.
This
Try it
could
again.
be something. All right, I'll try it.
Add the racist component
You
to
needed
it.
a racial angle. Okay, that's something. All right, if it's late, I'll yell at the black guy. All right, so...
if it's got a small dick, well, all right, you get it.
Hey, folks, Tuesdays of Stories is brought to you by BetterHelp. How are you supposed to be there for others if you're not even taking care of yourself first? BetterHelp's online therapy can help. Their trained licensed therapists can teach you positive coping skills, how to set boundaries, and how not to forget about what you need to do to be happy. Their whole system is entirely online. You can meet with your therapist whenever and wherever it works for you. So it's easy to fit it into the busiest of schedules. Boy, that's big. I mean, you're talking to two queefs who run around town and, jump on the train. You get held up by a guy whacking it. Then you got to go to therapy just for that. Your Uber shuts down. You get caught in traffic. Whatever it is, it's brutal. But get on BetterHelp. It's great. The travel's the worst part of therapy. The rest is all gravy. Therapy is not just for people with major trauma. Everybody can benefit from getting things off their chest. Fill out a quick questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. You can even switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com /Tuesdays today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com /Tuesdays.
Did we talk about long legs in here?
A little bit.
Okay, never mind. I just want to rant about the food situation in these eating theaters, but
I think we talked about it.
I think we did.
I'm moving downtown. It's going to be exciting.
You know what's exciting is Jason Katz hit me up last week and goes, I got tickets for us, going to see Deadpool the night it comes out, or whatever it is, Monday night, me and you, Alamo Drafthouse, drinks, food, bring the wives, and I go, I don't want to.
I mean, I can't think of what I'd want to do less. See that stupid movie with 85-year-old Wolverine. Does it make any sense, by the way? Isn't this whole thing he regenerates, but then Hugh Jackman is 79 years old?
Well, he's not Madonna. He's not reinventing himself. He just has good healing. He still ages.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, I believe he
why
ages.
can't he heal his wrinkly skin then? Like if he can get stabbed, I don't know that much about Wolverine, so I'm probably wrong here. And
I don't
38
either.
nerds are going to yell at me.
Yeah.
But if he gets stabbed and his skin comes together, why can't it smooth out?
That's a good
With
question.
wrinkles.
It's a
Chuck,
good question.
anything? You listen to this bullshit.
I don't know if aging is part of the wounded process.
Yeah, it's different. He ages slowly.
All right. Well,
That's
whatever. The movie sucks. And cats. I mean, it'd just be pitching a specialty the whole movie.
Well, here's
They'd be like, we could shoot with 5 cameras. I mean, we'll put it on YouTube, Netflix,
I'm doing
1080 Pro.
Wolverine's gonna do comedy now. We got the claws.
By the way, I had a comedian text me last night and go, hey, is this guy crazy? And they sent me a long
Was
email
trans?
from cats. I was like, he's not crazy. He's the best in the biz.
Yeah.
He just likes to type and talk.
Oh yeah, you gotta zip it, Catsy. You cut everything you're gonna say. Just cut it in half and then move on from there.
Yeah, and your diet.
That too. Oh, you're on a fat shame today,
I
baby.
know, I
The
know.
Fat Shame
I've been-
Express. Choo choo.
I'm JK and LOL, and
I
Cats is the
don't care.
best.
No, he's a good egg and a hell of a filmmaker. But
All 3 of my specials.
there you go. And 4th, maybe.
We'll see.
Ooh, you better zip it, fatty. But it was a big step just because I knew what I usually do is I go, maybe that sounds like something. You start kind of ruminating. Yeah, Deadpool. Hey, I'll go out with cats. We'll bring the wives. We'll maybe get head. We'll have a burger. We'll have a beer. And then I realized what's going to happen is that date's going to show up, and I'm going to go, oh, I'd rather sit at home. And I just cut it out immediately. Cut the leg right off.
Well, the thing is, and I've said it before on here, a psychological thing, if there's something that you don't feel like doing today, you're not going to feel like doing it later.
That is, boy, that's good. That's why you shouldn't get married.
Very wise. Yes, or have a kid, for God's sakes.
Yeah, kids, we got the baby on the way. Kids, you ever think about this? If kids didn't have to come out of the womb at 9 months, I bet they'd hang out.
100%, yeah.
The fact that they have to come out is good. Wait a minute, that sounds gay. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if a woman could go, I'll give it another week, she would.
Oh, I see. No, the woman's ready to get that thing the fuck out of there. The women
yeah,
don't want
okay.
anything to do with that anymore.
Maybe.
By the time it ends, they're ready. It's like death. You can't imagine dying now. You don't want to die. But by the end of your life, if you die from old age, or even like horrible cancer, you're like, it's enough already. I'm out.
Yeah, true. But I used to have you ever had this one where the guy's like, can I live with you 3 weeks? I swear to God, I'll be out in 3 weeks. You go, all right, I can do 3 weeks with this guy. And then 6 months goes by, and you're like, dude, you said 3 weeks. And then they get mad at you. They go, all right, you fucking landlord. Jeez, I don't remember you being all bitchy and cunty. What happened to this? And I thought we were friends. And you're like, 3 weeks. You
I've
lied
had
to me.
this. Yeah.
You've had this?
Yes.
Okay. With Chuck?
Yeah. Chuck lived
On
in
the
my house for
podcast?
6 months. We got to get into some stories. I got a bunch of stories here. We got to get into it. Where have you been? Let's go.
Not too eventful, except for I went to Rockford, Illinois, fly to Chicago, get the rental. No, wait. Corbin picked me up. Drove to do the gig. Gig was great. And then he leaves, go to get a rental car, drive to Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh, right. Rochester.
I'm out of cities. I'm going to the Bible Belt and the Rust Belt and the Beltway.
And what's Rochester famous for again? We tried to figure
Mayo
this out last
Clinic.
time. Is that right?
That's where the big mayonnaise is.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. So that's a sad place. I mean, there's a vibe in the air of like, oh, I really love some fentanyl.
Right. Mayo Clinic, is that just a medical clinic in general? Is that all cancer or all?
It's all rehab.
Ah.
It's the drug addict, the alcoholics, these folks.
No kidding.
Yeah, so Mayo Clinic, big bummer. But the town is just so bleak and sad. Like, you get why everybody's ODing there,
Right.
And it was in a weird warehouse. We had a Jehovah's Witness show next to ours.
Jehovah's Witnesses do shows?
Yeah, big convention.
No kidding.
Like the RNC, but the WPC, NC. Yeah, and good times. But the show was great. And then, of course, everything's on schedule. Wake up the next day, get my flight. 8-hour delay. 8 hour. Thank God for the lounge. What will we do without the lounge?
8 hours. Is that
8
the
hours.
surge or what is that?
That was just, hey, we don't have a plane right now. Uh-oh, the pilot got diarrhea. Uh-oh, we can't find a crew. And they just kept doing the incremental, which is way worse because you're sitting there like, it's like edging.
Right. It's like the butterfly effect. that one plane gets a flat tire, so then that plane can't bring the deadhead, so then the next flight doesn't have their deadhead.
Exactly.
So they got to find a new Jerry Garcia.
Right.
And
Touch of Grey.
Mickey Hart and all that bullshit. And then you can't, it just sets off a whole chain reaction. And you do feel for the airlines, but it's like you said, none of them, they're all like, well, my flight didn't take off, so I can't do anything about it.
I know, but you start turning into like a stock market guy. Because now I'm looking at the board and I'm like, okay, a lot of these are delayed. My flight now leaves at 5. This one leaves at 3. Let me try. Should I buy that one? Or is that one going to get delayed worse? And then I wish I'd kept the other one. So now I've bought like 9 flights. I've spent $10,000. And then the original one went first anyway, so I had to cancel all the other ones.
It's like Home Alone. Dangly ones.
Kevin!
It is, because and then every decision becomes questioned. They're like, well, we can fly you to Des Moines and Des Moines to LA, and you're like, all right, maybe, but then and then they can't help you. Those are moments I just want to be like, just make a decision for me.
I know.
Please, just tell me what to do. I'll do it.
That's where having a good manager, no offense, comes in handy, because I'm like, dude, it's Sunday. I'm sorry to bother you, but can you help me with this? And he's like, I'm on it. And he's looking at flights, and you go, boy, I feel bad for this guy. But you pay him 10%, son of a bitch. You got to earn it.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I got home at about 10:30. I was supposed to get home at 2. Brutal.
That sucks. Good shows, though.
Good shows. Totally had a good time. It was very worth it. But yeah, that's just. And look, I'm at the airport. I'm in the lounge. I'm eating croissants and chili. I'm like, what's the difference what I'm doing here and at my house?
Now, I hate to be I have a kid, wait for this thing, but once you fly a couple times with the child, anything without the child, any delay, you're like this, well, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good
point. I
point.
told you, McCusker, I talked to him, and he was like, yeah, I talked to people that fly without kids. They're like, I had a 6-hour delay. And he's like, alone? What'd you do? Read?
That's true.
He's like, I'm alone. I'm in the airport with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old for 6 hours.
Yeah, good point.
It is that the flying with the baby is really swinging 2 bats.
Right.
Then you go by yourself. You're like, I can't believe I ever was concerned with this. You got your feet up. I'm fucking the Sky Mall magazine.
Well, I'm taking your advice, Fatty. I am living. We're going to Mexico. I'm going to the Kings of Leon concert at Forest Hills. We're doing all kinds of. We're going to New Orleans. All kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, you got to live. By the way, Skankfest might be heading to New Orleans.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
You heard it here second.
Hey, well, I champion that all the way. So let's get it happening, go.
New Orleans Skankfest.
I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Vegas. I don't love those rooms, but as a fest, it's fun.
In Vegas, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the stand-up is tough, but we got some big stuff cooking. By the way, big stuff on the horizon for the Tom Dustin doc. People have been asking about the Tom Dustin doc. Big, huge things happening. I think it's going to be at Skankfest. It's going to be at a couple other festivals. Can't announce yet, but it's coming. People are like, when's this going to come out? Well, we had to fix all Salacuse's footage.
Oh, boy.
One of the worst, but it's going to be exciting. And then we got a final cut. There's going to be emotions, laughs, everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be in some big festivals, some big places. So get excited. Get ready for that.
Can't wait. That's exciting. And I wonder if Ari will do the shit-talking show again.
Oh, boy.
That got a little spicy.
Yeah, I'm terrified of that.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for that. Well, let me give you a couple things here. Because I had
Fatty.
quite a journey. So I went out to Seattle. I was doing the Crocodile. Have you done that room?
I have not, but I've heard it's a hot one.
It's beautiful. It's upstairs at this other room called, you know it? Hide and Seek or Touch and Go or...
Diddle and Fiddle. I don't know.
Fuck. What's it called? Could you look that up because it's going to bother me? Crocodile Seattle. There's a club downstairs there.
A comedy club?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's small. And evidently, I didn't realize I was doing the big room. The Crocodile, it's down below the Crocodile.
Let's see.
So they got a big room and a small room.
Yeah.
I see.
Is it Madame Lou's?
No.
All right. The Hereafter.
Hereafter. Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know Hereafter.
So it's called Hereafter, and I guess it's a great room or whatever. But anyways, we did the Crocodile Rock Club, and we set it up because Sarah was doing Tacoma Comedy Club Friday, Saturday. It happened to fall on my nephew's birthday, so I said, hey, we'll go out there as a family. I might as well pick up a Thursday in Seattle, which is kind of a different market than Tacoma.
Oh, very different.
So I love both. I think I prefer Tacoma over Seattle, by the way.
Oh, as a city or as a crowd?
As a city.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, Seattle went haywire downtown.
That's
It's fucking
true.
Great. I mean, it's worse than, I don't know the last time you were there, but it's worse.
It's bad. A lot of fentanyl and white dreadlocks.
I mean, it is fucking bananas for only a couple blocks. But I mean, like Derek was driving through, they were throwing stuff in his car, literally.
Whoa.
I mean, people in the streets. I'm talking like a block from Pike Place.
Wow.
It's insane.
So what do you? Not the sidebar here, Fatty, but what's going on with the California? They just cleaned up the city again.
They did?
Well, they made a law like, hey, we gotta do something about this, and then now they're starting, and you're like, well, why now? Why not 6 years ago when this was all going down?
I think it was an experiment or something, and then finally people just went, hey, we're gonna vote for someone else. I assume.
I guess, yeah.
Eventually, people go, enough of that. You know, everything swings and flows.
Yeah, but when the Xi Jinping or Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is, Pang Dang, when he came to San Francisco, they cleaned it up in one day.
They scooped him up, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, what is that? So you can do it, but you choose not to? Then you hear about how much is going into homeless. Like $1 billion was spent last year on homeless. You're like, on what? Buying them tents? Where did it go?
I don't know. It's a tricky thing. I don't know. And people are like, we should ship them out to the middle of the desert. And I'm like, that doesn't sound that crazy to me.
I think we have that. It's called Burning Man.
Good point.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, Seattle's wacky. I love it. By the way, Tacoma has a bunch of grime and
That's true.
and grit on it too. But I love both cities very much.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I set up the Crocodile in Seattle. I don't know that much about it. It's a 300-seater rock club, and I said, like, that sounds great. Evidently, it's like a legendary club. I heard it's co-owned by one of the members of Alice in Chains.
What?
Which, interestingly enough, I was wearing an Alice in Chains T-shirt that day, but I was like, this feels too on the nose, so I changed it, but then it would have been fun.
Yeah, kooky.
But any farts, so we did the Crocodile, sold it out, and you show up, and it's always exciting to have a show, sold out, whatever. And we're staying down in Gig Harbor with Derek's family, and you kind of don't want to do the show because you had the long travel day with the baby, and he's in this climbing, grabbing, babbling, wants to stand, wants to reach around, and all that stuff. So the flight is long.
Oh, yeah.
Get there, we're having a great time, and you're like, all right, now we got to drive up to Seattle. The traffic's brutal, but let's do it. I'm exhausted. We get up there, and you show up. We had Taylor Clock opening.
Oh, he's a sweet boy.
Great guy. We miss him. And then Sarah's featuring. Derek drove up. I said, Derek, can you help me sell these shirts? I got a new shirt that's selling like a hot cake.
Hey, all right. What's the shirt, Fatty?
It's a Picasso shirt. I don't want to give away the bit, but it's fun.
Okay. That's a good bit.
So we get up there, and you walk in. It's just beautiful room. It looks like one of the venues from Almost Famous. I just hear, I listen to the wind. The line around the corner, we get out of the car, and everyone's go, there he is. It felt like a real concert, you know?
That's lunch.
And I'm waving and going, hey, how do you do? Don't touch me.
Yes,
and take a couple photos. And I had this one, the guy that messages last minute, he's like, the show's sold out. I'm a 20-year gay. Anything you can do for me? And the manager was right there, and I said, hey, can I get one guy in? He's like, sure. And the guy was blowing me, and he was the nicest guy. It's the worst when you do that and it's some piece of shit.
Yeah, that's
and he's
true.
like, hey man, maybe we could hang out. This guy was all buttoned up, and we just went, thank you very much. That was really nice. And I was like, God bless you.
Good egg.
So the show, I mean, this room is beautiful. If you ever want to do a tune-up for something big, or if you're doing a smaller thing, trying new, the Crocodile's the spot.
All right, what is it?
Couple 300, I think.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a nice little payday, and you can fuck around. It's very intimate. I mean, I was bringing the heat there, but it was a lot. I mean, I fucked around a little, but it was just a killer night, magical night. One of those shows you finish, and you got the green room, your best friend, your wife, your buddy. Nice chunk of change. We did a long meet and greet. Everyone was so fucking nice and friendly and cool. I got some nice gifts.
Ooh.
Sold out of shirts, and you just go, whoa, what a life we're leading here.
It's the best. We're very grateful.
This is unbelievable, and we really have the best fans. Online, they're fucking horrible.
Sure.
But in person, nobody, they couldn't be better.
Nobody better, and we have it made. We got it made. And that's the other thing is everybody, all these comics who are doing well, they keep wanting the next big apple. What's the next thing I can grab? Do I do arenas? Do I do movies? You got to just be happy. I mean, I thought I'd be working in a cubicle or hauling garbage or driving an Uber. We're doing comedy, sold out rooms, meeting people, getting gifts, getting AIDS. We're living.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful life. So I'm on the flight in. Got the baby. He's got a little poop in his diaper. It's starting to stink, and you don't want that going on because everyone hates you. Plus, we're in first class, so you don't want to,
Oh, shitting up the FC.
You don't want to shit up the FC. So Sarah pulls back the little thing, goes, "It's just a little one. Don't worry about it." And I say, "Well, I'll grab him. I got the aisle seat. I'll walk around with him. I'll take him." So I grab the diaper bag.
Okay, little dick.
Poo.
Little
dick also. He's a baby.
All right,
And
you never
I have
know.
one too. I'll grow out of it. So I grab the diaper bag and I go down. Now the first class bathroom, we're in row 1, which is nice.
Okay,
First class bathroom's right here. It's got the red Occupado
that'll get
for
you.
about, I'm going to say 20 minutes. And I'm going, what the fuck? I swear to God. I go, what the fuck is going on in here? I guess I'll go back to the loser bathroom.
Yeah.
Which is half the size, by the way.
Right.
But I'm like, someone's taking a shit or hung themselves or something's going on in here.
Sure, a little Vince McMahon.
So I go, all right, I guess I'll go to the tiny bathroom because something's occupado here. I go back to the little bathroom, open it up. You close the door like this, and it's a little tiny foldy door. You've been in the bathroom.
I
It's
know
teeny.
it well.
So I close it, got the baby. Now I turn around. I lock the door so the lights come on.
Yes.
I turn around and you sound like Borat just then. So
Yes,
then
my wife.
I turn the backpack, catches on the latch, unlocks it. Lights go off. Now the green thing's on. So I gotta turn around
It's
and
like Mr. Bean.
so I lock it again.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I turn around, catches again, unlocks. Lights go off. And I'm
Jeez.
like, fuck. So I can't wrangle the thing because I'm holding a child. Meanwhile, he's crying because
Right.
he's got poo and he hates me.
Oh, man.
So I'm trying to wriggle and wrangle. I keep clicking it off and clicking it on. I just picture the
Wow.
guy outside going, "Let me get in there."
Yeah.
Are you in or out, you piece of shit?
Right.
Lights going off and on.
And maybe they think you're having trouble getting out.
Oh, I'm having trouble. So finally, I wriggle the fucking thing off. Whew, get it locked. I'm like, all right, here we go. And it's this big. It's the size of this chair.
Yeah.
So I pull down the fucking diaper changey thing.
Yes.
And he's a huge baby. This kid is, it's massive.
Quite a nugget.
So I put him down. Now he's upset. He's crying. But like, okay, here we go. Let's get to work. Open the outfit. Open the diaper. Sarah doesn't know what the fuck she's talking. She's got to get her eyes checked. This is a full blowout.
Really?
It looks like a Clydesdale shit, and then someone jumped on it for a while. It looks like someone took a
Wow.
Clydesdale shit to Cold Stone Creamery
Oh, yeah.
and mixed it all up.
You got a real smash burger.
It's up his back, down his hamstrings, in between the toes.
Go.
And I'm going, oh my God, I'm going to be in it for an hour. So I take the diaper, I pull it off, I squunch it all up. There's no trash. There's no trash barrel container. So I'm
Oh,
like, where
no.
the fuck is the trash? How could there be no trash? And I go, all right, I'll figure this out later. I toss it in the sink for now.
Okay.
The sink is automated. I didn't think about that. So the faucet comes on.
Oh, this is gold.
And now I have a blowout diaper with a pound of diarrhea, wet.
Oh,
And
man.
the poo is coming out of there. So I go, I'm like Kramer in there.
It's like a gremlin. It's going to multiply.
So I take that, I push it to the side, it rolls down in.
Here
I'm
we
going,
go.
it's splashing
Jesus.
everywhere. I'm like John Ritter. I feel like Lucille Ball. That's a lot of people I just named.
Yeah.
Finally, I put it up to the side. I'm like, where's the fucking trash barrel, you fucking cunt? How is there no trash? I go back to him. I'm wiping. Everything I wipe, it's just more and more poo. I keep putting it on the counter, but it falls into the faucet. The faucet goes off. The light's coming on. Finally, I get him
Jesus.
all smeared. The whole time he's crying and wiggling. I'm trying to hold him in. There's shit on my chest. Sarah's and mine and his.
This should be a haunted house. Forget about the ghouls and the goblins. Give me an airport bathroom with a baby shitting.
Oh, it's a goblin. And meanwhile, I just picture Sarah's back in her first class seat going,
Oh, what a coos.
she's snoozing or whatever.
Coozing.
And everyone's outside the bathroom now being like, sir, hello.
Oh, no.
And I go, I got a baby in here. Step on it. So finally, I get them all wiped up. It's all pipes. I got a pile of wet shit and wipes that fall on the ground. They're everywhere. I closed the diaper changing station. The trash is underneath it. That's why I couldn't find the trash, which is a bad setup because I was going nuts.
Yeah.
So now there's a trash. I got to get the white diaper, stuff it in there, and there's shit everywhere. I'm scooping up the niblets, putting them in there.
Yeah, and that faucet is, sure, it'll get a diaper wet, but it's not great for hand washing.
No,
You're
it's
not going
not.
to get any poo-poo off of that hand.
Well, especially because I got the baby. So I'm doing, I can't really wash. So now I got to bring him back with poo in my hands. I put him back. I go, that was a fucking crazy nightmare. And the first class bathroom still says occupied. So I asked the flight attendant, I go, hey, what's going on in here? It's been closed for 20 minutes. She goes, oh my God. I think I locked that a while ago during takeoff. I just forgot to unlock it. So she just goes, click. The whole time, and it's like a Cadillac in there. You could change. I could change Chuck on that fucking changing station.
Jesus, right? Heavy duty.
I mean, if it was steel reinforced,
of course.
I don't know.
A couple pylons for that one.
Good time.
But
Chuck, are you mad at me? I'm just goofing, trooping. All right, great.
That's also like it's like the subway lady. You know, she's like, "Oh, that's what can you do? Isn't this a bitch?" And you're like, "Oh, I wanted to yell at you."
It was crazy, a crazy situation, but we got it done. And then once you get it done, you feel like you've earned some points. I'm like, all right, I'm taking a nap.
Yes,
I'll see you later.
You don't know what I went through. I was in the shit.
I was literally in the shit, but all fun, all gravy, great memories, and I got a couple other things if you want to hear more.
No one tells you about with the baby. The lights on, lights off, no bath, no garbage can, shit getting wet under a sink. This is all the wacky stuff.
It literally was like a Buster Keaton. It was like, click, and there was no way to turn without clicking it off.
Right.
It was wild.
At least you can, as a comedian, you can see the comedy in that. I feel like some other guy would be like, what the fuck? Everything's going wrong. And you're like, this is crazy. That's funny.
Well, that's the great thing. We've said it many times before about a podcast is the whole time you're like, well, this will be interesting. This will be entertaining.
That's the story.
Even today with the train, you're like, well, we'll talk about this. That'll be something.
Right.
Which is a good way to look at it. Even if you don't have a podcast, you go, this is a story to tell. It's an experience.
Good point. Yes. Spin that yarn.
So I got a couple other things, but you got some more?
I just want to say, bouncing off of that, that's what's so annoying about AI is, people say AI, it's going to kill artists and music and comics and all that because it's going to pump out all this creative art. But what's bummer about AI is we had weird childhoods. Your dad won't hug you. My mom's gay, all that, bedwetting, who knows what. We had to go through a little trauma to make this art. Kurt Cobain is depressed and he put a gun in his mouth. That's why he was so good or whatever. AI just pumps it out without getting diddled.
Yeah. No, AI is bad and scary and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think he stinks and I don't like him.
Yeah, exactly. So where are we going to do with all the trauma?
Well, maybe AI it could just create trauma. You type in a poem from traumatized homo.
That's a good point.
And it goes, I was beaten and got a wedgie when I was in 8th grade.
Right.
Well, I got two more things. I got all family fun now. The whole show's going to be all family fun. I feel terrible.
I need to learn. I know.
We're going to lose all the viewers. And then I fucked a fat woman.
Yeah, in a wheelchair.
It was crazy. We landed that plane. The flight attendant had a big fat ass and a small dick. And I said, how'd you like a reach around from someone with herpes? And they said, yes, please.
Hey, fuck her in the ass. You're already covered in dookie.
Who cares? Yeah. So we go to Tacoma, which is next to Gig Harbor. It's essentially the same town. You just got to drive over a bridge.
That.
Well, it's a different town, but you got to drive over the bridge. So we use all the accoutrement. It's like living in Queens and you go to Manhattan.
Gotcha.
Tacoma's Manhattan.
Got it.
First
Wow.
time that's ever been put together. So we go over. There's a pool. My friend Eric and I have driven by for 3 years. It's a big wave pool, public wave pool. And every time we drive by in the winter, we're like, we got to go there. That's gotta be, in the summertime, we got to go there. So finally, it's time. We're going. So we got Derek and Erica, their 2 kids, Brooke and Joey, me, Sarah, the baby, lock, stock, and barrel. We're going. Now, I got to get some swim diapers because we have no swim diapers.
Diaper.
You need a swimmy diaper. It's got Finding Nemo on it. It's a whole thing.
Oh, I want one.
So we go drop everyone off, and I go, I'll go get the diaper. You guys get in line. Now, it's first come, first serve.
Okay.
Like my asshole.
Yes.
So I'm like, all right, I'm the dad. I'll go find the diapers. But I'm nervous I'm going to get shut out because it's first come, first serve. It's 80 degrees. Pacific Northwest is only 11 sunny days a year.
Yeah.
And it's a big, fun wave pool. I can't wait to get in there. And you're like, all right, also, I'm fucking starving because I had breakfast 4 hours earlier, the whole thing. So I'm like, let me go find the swim diapers. So I go to Safeway. That's where they have them. I go there. I'm doing the thing where I'm walking up and down the aisle 300 times, looking at every single diaper.
Yep.
Huggies, Nestle, 6 months, 8 months, no swim.
Yep.
And you feel like that babbling, boobily Tim
I know.
Allen dad being like, is there any, can I use duct tape and cotton balls?
Yeah, exactly. You're the guy in the commercial pouring orange juice into the toaster.
So I ask a woman, I'm like, hey, I'm not seeing swimmies. You see any swimmies here? She goes, we should have them. She's one of these people. We should have them. And I'm like, I know you should. So she's looking. She goes, I don't see them either. You're not crazy, which is all I want. She goes,
Yes.
check the seasonal stuff, which is one of those things where you're like, they're not in the seasonal. I know it. Seasonal's like foam fingers
Right.
and what do you call this? The noodles.
I love a pool noodle.
So I go over there. It's goggles and noodles and lawn chairs. I'm like, why would they put the diapers not with the diapers, but with the pool noodles?
Yeah, it is swim.
It's
Related.
swim, but I'm like, they do with the diapers.
Yeah, true.
So I look. There's coloring books. There's flip flops. There's my father's asshole, and I go, all right, I got to get out of here. So then I go to the counter. I love this guy, by the way. I go to the help counter. I go, you guys get swim? Because I had to buy formula too. So I go, which they have behind the counter. I go, let me get some formula. And what do you know about these swim diapers? You don't have them. They're like, we didn't get them in this year. They go, but there's another Safeway about 2 miles that way. They should have them.
Okay, now we're helping me.
And I go, all right. And then the guy at the register goes, by the way, he's like, they have them at Rite Aid.
Oh.
He goes, right down the street. Just go to Rite Aid.
That's lunch.
I love that guy.
Love that guy. You know what that guy is? That guy's the guy at the restaurant who's waiting tables, and you go, what do you know about the cream of mushroom? And he goes, we all jizzed in it. And you go, thank God you told me the truth. I appreciate it. You get that guy at a restaurant every now and then.
Yeah. And I go, give me a large. I want to put my mouth in it. So I go,
Pour
great.
it on my back.
And he sacrificed himself because this is the man at the GM over here.
Whoa.
And he really gave me the Rite Aid's got it. Because I'm like, I don't want to go to another Safeway. It's down the street, whatever. So I go, all right, I'm going to Rite Aid. Thank you. And I kept it quiet. I said, thank you, pal. I go over to Rite Aid. Now I'm on the goose chase.
Yes.
And it's 12:20. I go, are they going to let me in? Is it a long line? Is it packed? No one's responding because they're pushing each other in the bushes down there, having the time of their lives.
Sure, peeing in the wave pool.
Go to Rite Aid, and I go over the diapers. It's all ransacked. Rite Aid is just, I don't know what's going on with Rite Aid.
It's wild down there. It's Thunderdome.
They have AIDS, I think. So I go there. There's one thing of Swimmies left.
Yeah.
And I just snatch it up. I go, I got the Swimmies, baby. I hurdle the gift cards. I knock over the greeting cards.
Yeah, smash and grab.
I go up. I said, give me the Swimmies. And I get this lady. So, what are you up to this weekend?
No!
And I go, I'm going swimming with a baby. I'm a pedophile. Give me the fucking baby balloons. Let me out of here, you fucking bitch.
Yes.
So, you got to go to the pool. Well, next time you go to the pool, I'm like, they were in line. They're not going to let me in. First come, first serve.
I got a shit. That's why I bought these diapers.
So now I get the diapers, get in the car, and I'm going to rip ass over to the fucking pool to get there. First come, first serve. And what do I see? Those beautiful big golden arches.
Oh no! You got tempted by the siren of Mac.
Just blink, blink, blinkety blink, and I go. I'm like Kramer with the hot dog.
Yeah.
In line. I go. Well, I think I could hit a quick McDonald's because I'm starving, Jerry. And you can't swim on an empty stomach. They tell you not to do that.
It's the gyro on the platform. You had to have it.
So I shoot over there. I say, let me get a double quarter pounder. I'll woof it in the car.
Oh.
And then I think, well, the kids are probably hungry too. Everyone's hungry. I said, give me 4 large French fries. Lay them on me, sister.
Wow, now you're showing up with bearing gifts.
But are they going to let me in the pool with the food? That's the question. Then I got to throw 4 large fries away.
Yeah, you
Or
don't
just
like that.
Eat them myself in the parking lot.
Well, you
but
can
I'm
give
going
them
for it.
give them to the homeless that are all surrounded the pool.
Oh, they're everywhere. They're bathing in there.
No, is this a public pool, a water park? What are we talking here?
It's a public pool. It costs $8 for an adult. I don't know what it costs for kids. I know $8 because I went by myself. I didn't go by myself, but I met. So this is a weird thing. So I get the McDonald's. Beautiful. I eat the double quarter pounder in the car. Got ketchup all over my face. Park in the parking lot. There's no line, by the way, because it's a 2-hour session. So people show up, I think, a little later, and people on vacation. I walk out. Now I'm nervous because I'm by myself. I'm a 42-year-old man with a big, giant bag of McDonald's
Yeah.
and a backpack. I couldn't look more pedophile-y.
I know, and this is a strip club for a pedophile. You pay $8, you see kids shirtless and wet. I mean, this is Peppermint Rhino or whatever the fuck it's called.
And I'm carrying bait. I got a bag full of French fries.
And maybe a Happy Meal in there.
So I walk up and I go, 1 please? And she goes, you got it, $8. No pushback.
Oh, man.
So I go, great. And I said, I'm meeting my family's in there. I'm not a weirdo. And then that's weird. She's like, what?
Yeah.
No one else is thinking about pedophilia quite as much as us, I guess.
It's me, you, and Chris Hansen. That's about it.
So I give them the $8. I go in, and this place, I almost shouldn't talk about it. I don't want to give it away because people are going to be flying in from all over.
Sure.
I walk in, they let you have food, no problem. You can come and go.
Uh-oh.
So I'm
Easy.
like, this is the best situation ever. I walk in, I'm a hero. I dump out 4 large fries. The kid, everyone goes crazy, like, he's a hero, this kid. I go, here's your Swimmies, here's your French fries. We put the diaper on, and it's a big, massive wave pool. When's the last time you were in a wave pool?
Katrina, I guess. Got a little hairy out there. It was me and the dresser.
Well, it was unbelievable. So much fun. We brought the baby in, the kid, and you realize, first you think, go to the deep end, because the waves are fun, the deep end. You realize after a couple rounds of waves, the 1 foot area is the best because that's where they're breaking. So you're getting like pummeled down there, and the kids are getting crushed. They're swallowing water.
Yeah.
Plus, the foot area is where the tits could pop out, which is the adults.
A little Janet Jackson.
You're hoping for a little wardrobe malfunction, which I thought it'd be fun if there was a little painted area. This is a possible tit area right here.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting nailed. They're getting whooshed. And,
Right.
I was right up in there. A lot of hot moms in there.
Hey.
Plus my wife. And so that was fun. You got to act like you're not looking for tits. You're like, oh, my God. Where's the kids?
Yeah.
I got to literally look around for the kids.
Is that fun? Your kid's so young. Is he getting it? Is he understanding this is fun? Or is he just like, I might die out here?
Well, there's also a splash pad that you can put him in. And then I took him to the very base and sat him between my leg. Oh, shit, that water. That's why you need a lid. So I put him like here. So at the very end, it's just like a little whoosh. It's coming up to like his belly button. He loved it. He went crazy. I mean, you can't just stick him in there,
Yeah. Well, good for him. He's living.
He loved it. And
Ooh.
classic. My niece and nephew, they went crazy. And all of us were in there. All the adults, I think we had more fun. And then you start making friends with kids because there's also this big, giant bucket. You ever see this thing? It's up in the sky, and it fills up with water, and eventually it fills so much it tilts and dumps like 50 gallons.
I have. So that's a blast.
And so all the kids start gathering around. You sit underneath the bucket, and I was being the guy. I was like, come on, the bucket. And I was like, it's coming down. The machine's broke. We kept yelling, the machine's broken. The waves are out of control. Here comes the bucket.
That's great.
It was very fun.
Flint, Michigan has no idea what we're talking about.
It was the most fun of my whole life, and I swear to God, I'm moving there. Final answer. Tacoma it is. I'm back to Tacoma.
Somebody make a montage of all the places you've said you're moving, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I got like 4 years to really make it big.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have a house here and a house there, and I'll fly private back here to do the pod, and then just shoot back there to my home.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, maybe you can come. We'll do the pod on the plane. Then when we land, we're free to go to the wave pool.
We could do 4 on the plane.
That's not bad.
It's a 6-hour flight, basically.
Yeah, so downtown for now.
All right.
Tacoma permanently in a few years.
Maybe a condo in Belmar. We'll call it even.
Belmar and then Kenny Bunkport. Don't forget that.
Oh, right. We got a little cabin out there.
Yeah, I got to want that Red Bank place too.
Oh, yeah. Red Bank's all right.
And then Austin, you got the family there. And then L.A., you got to have a place in L.A. So I got to buy like 6 houses. But housing's cheap right now.
That's true. Yeah, we're in a great economy. Everything's working out. Who knows what's going to happen? The country's in hock. And, comedy's booming, though, at least.
Yeah, I think it might be on the downturn. But
you think so?
Well, I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
It is scary, but with the election, I feel like Twitter is just on fire. It's just meme after meme and joke after joke, and I think we're okay.
We're okay.
Either way, whoever wins, left or right, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. It's good. What scares me is the podcasts making fun of comedy podcasts get more views than comedy podcasts. That's a little unsettling.
That is a bummer, yeah.
And I'm on it. I'm in there. I'm like, woohoo, look at this.
I know. I jerk off to all of them.
Yeah, so...
And we're in a good spot because we're not big enough to really be in there, but
Right.
we're also not small enough to... We get all of it.
Yeah, so, we'll see.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But you guys are here. We appreciate you. Join the Patreon, for fuck's sake, because Lord knows they're going to uncover a lot of these podcasts and
Oh,
shows.
yeah. It's all going to hell.
So join the Patreon. On Patreon, we've been kicking ass on the Patreon. We do a bonus every single week, consistently, an extra 30 minutes plus the behind-the-scenes video,
the
all the
videos.
live eps that everyone hates.
Incredible. The live eps are incredible. All the behind the scenes at comedy clubs and green rooms and jumping around New York City. It's all gravy, plus the old shit. So who the hell knows? Get on there. It's worth it. Best Patreon in America.
And we're doing another. Oh, I think it already passed. Never mind. We did a live one 2 days ago.
Ah,
was great.
yeah. Uptown. I heard the club's great.
Yeah, it's killer. And then, most importantly, for the fuck's sakes, my mother's asshole, Town Hall.
Oh, shit.
November 9th, Town Hall, New York City. Please, for the love of Christ, go get the tickets. I'm about 1,000 short of selling out right now, but we got 3 months.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. And it's a festival. People love a festival.
That'll be good. There's a billboard around the city, which is fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'd like to see that.
Me too. I haven't seen it. I heard about it. Town Hall. And this weekend, Side Splitters. If you haven't already got your tickets, get them. That will actually sell out. So please go get those tickets. Side Splitters, BT, my man. And September's crazy. I'm going to Madison, Skankfest, Oklahoma City. First time working in Oklahoma City.
Whoa, Nelly.
And a bunch of other dates coming up. Philly in October, Helium Philly. That will also sell out. So come to that. And big shows happening.
Big shows. We're cooking. Go follow us on punchup.live.com/queef anal jizz. I'm coming to Mexico City and Guadalajara. Went down there with the wife last year. I got so many Tuesdays on the street that I said, book me a room, dickless. And so we're going back down there, and we're going all over the road. We'll see you in hell. Chuck, what do you got, fat man?
Check out my podcast, Fun Bearable, and thank you to the Tuesdays that came out to the live show in Providence recently. That was very nice and sweet. We had a great one, and that'll be up on the feed soon. And also grab some of the new Fun Bearable shirts. We sold out about half of them in a week, so we have about 75 left.
yeah.
It was really good.
All right.
A new episode is up with Derek Furtado, a comedian
I
from...
love Furtado.
He's great.
I haven't seen him in 25 years.
He's living here now. He's in Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Funbearablepod.com.
That's Nelly's brother. Thank you, Chuckles, and thank you, everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. We're grateful. And subscribe and like, and don't be so mean online.
Yeah, be nice to everybody. Giddy up. We'll see you in hell. Whip it up and praise Allah.